Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about something that is basically only meant for women and also around the age of 50 and beyond, because I'm going to talk about the menopause. And why am I going to talk about it? Because myself, I'm 54 years old and I'm in it. And when I say I'm in it, I am in that. I'm talking about the symptoms that I find very annoying, and I just hope that someone recognize what I'm saying, to share, share the discomfort, basically. And I'm just curious if you guys recognize those symptoms. The first time I've noticed that I was in a menopause was because of my periods that were suddenly different. What I mean is, before I used to have every month just my period, just normal 5 days I had, and it was always very regular. Even when I did not use any birth control anymore, I stopped taking a pill, the birth control pill. I stopped doing that a long time ago. It still was like every month, maybe a couple of days off, but that's all. But then I was waiting for my next period, but it didn't come. And I was like, the first thing that popped in my mind was, oh dear, I'm not on birth control anymore. I did have sex with that guy. We did not use any condom because I knew him. Oh, don't tell me that I am pregnant right now at my 52 years old. 52, 51, something around that age I was. So first, of course, I wanted to rule that out. So I did a test and it was negative. I was like, okay, phew, that's good. So then I thought, why is my period not coming? It took me 8 months before my period came. 8 months without my period. And I was like, wow, that's a long time. Then I got my period. It only took 3 days, very short, and it was very little too. And I was like, okay, and then it stopped. Then, after that, I did not have my period for 9 months. So I was like, wow. And same thing, only 3 days, just a little bit, nothing special. And I was like, okay. Then, 1 month later, what I did not expect, of course, 1 month later, again, my period. Only 3 days, not much, yada, 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 same. 1 month after that, another period, and I was like confused, and I was like, hold on. Now it seems to come regular every month. This is weird. So I didn't understand it. I was just confused. But that time, so the last time, it was a week long, which I normally don't have that long. Like I said, 5 days. So now it was like 7 or 8 days. And it was a lot. I can tell you, it was more than I'm used to. But no panic mode yet. But it was way more than I was used to. And that was now 3 months ago. So I'm still waiting for my next period, if it ever comes or not. Nobody knows. Can be 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, God knows. So I knew, okay, yeah, I'm in the menopause. Because my cycle is completely screwed up. So that's the first thing that I noticed it. The first symptom that I've noticed, that was last April it started. So it's like while I was going back and forth with my periods, like weird months between and strange, all changing, it started I was used to like walk, like hiking a little bit, and I could just hike for 2, 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours straight. Of course, in between little pause. And there was no issue at all. I was like, la la la, it was all good. But then, now, in the menopause, I will tell you, that's not the same thing anymore. Now, if I walk like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I start to sweat my ass off. That means I'm getting warm. I'm like, why am I getting hot right now? Why am I sweating? I have that a lot. I can have it when I'm just vacuuming the living room or my house. Start to sweat underneath my boobs. I'm like, wow, what's going on? I was never sweating that easy and not that much either. This is new for me. And it also happened to me while I was not really that busy physically. Like I was going to the supermarket and that was all good. So, take some milk, some eggs, whatever I needed. And then in the middle of the supermarket was suddenly, and I felt like I was getting hot and I wanted to cool off and I wanted to get out of that place, and I felt so awkward and so not good that I wanted to go out of the supermarket. That was the first symptom that I've noticed. Hot flashes, but not only hot flashes. I don't know if the other things are counted as hot flashes, but way quicker sweating. So I normally can walk 2 hours without really sweating, and now 15 minutes and yeah, that's happening. I can almost count on it. I never used to have that. I never used to sweat so much, not so quick. I did have sometimes, if I was vacuuming in the house, yeah, okay, sometimes I did have like, okay, I'm sweating a little bit. Yes, I did, but not as easy as now. So sweating quicker, easier, and more. And on top of that, I smell myself right now if I sweat. I did not have that. It has a different odor. I can tell you that it's stronger. Yeah? Okay. That's the first thing that I've noticed, that it was different. And I was like, what is this? I'm not used to this. What is going on? What is the reason why I'm sweating so much? And I was panicking over it. And then the second thing, let me think back. The second thing that I've noticed is muscle ache. And what I'm trying to say with muscle ache is I suddenly had like muscle ache. That's how it felt in my back, on the top, on the right side, like just a little bit next to like your shoulder pad, shoulder blade. Sorry, and it hurt, and it became worse, and it almost how do you say that? Jesus, not my language, guys. I'm doing my best. It went all the way through the front side. It's like some kind of muscle that go. You know when you have muscle pain somewhere, but it like goes through. It radiates out. That's, I don't know if I say it correct, but I think you know what I mean. To the front, and it was not constantly, but with every movement I did, almost every movement, it felt like they stuck a knife in there. It was so hurtful. I've had that 1.5 week long. And then suddenly gone. No problem anymore, no pain anymore. I feel my left hip suddenly. I feel when I press it, my hip, and I'm like, what's this? Why is it hurting? So muscle pain, and then not understanding where the hell it came from. Because I I could not understand why I had that muscle pain in my back. I was like, I don't get it. I didn't do such a so weird things or anything like that. I can't remember me making a very weird movement, or where the hell did that came from? Okay, that. Also lately, the last 2 weeks, I used to sleep 8 hours a night. From like 10:30 till 6:30. Always like that. Like last year's always like that. And I didn't wake up. Most of the time I did not even wake up. A straight 8 hours in a row. And then last 2 weeks, I'm waking up every single night. Always around 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30 sometimes. So basically, I'm waking up 1 till 2 hours earlier than I normally did. So now it's 6 hours, continuously 6 hours sleep, and then my sleep is interrupted, and I wake up, and I'm like, I do not get out of bed, and if I do get out of bed, it's because I'm going to the toilet. But I go back to bed, and I do sleep after that for another hour maybe. But it's like interrupted. So every single night I wake up suddenly. So that's changed. I'm very restless. I notice like that feeling that you're on the edge, you're panicking, and you don't feel like you can relax so good. You feel it in your body. You're like something is going to happen. Like that nervous feeling, like restless. That's how I can explain it. Restless feeling. And then because of those symptoms you get, which you didn't have before, you're going to panic over it. Well, I did, and I do still, panic over it. Why is that happening? What's wrong with me? You know? And then another one that I notice now, my digestive system is fucked up right now. I don't know what it's doing, but it's not doing what it's supposed to do. I can tell you that. It's like, yeah, it's like thinner than normal, and it's for the last 2 weeks. And I have to say, I did change what I ate and drink a bit, so maybe that can be a cause of it. But I know it's also a symptom of menopause. Your digestive system changes, and it's like also like confused or something. But that's also, and all those things is so annoying, and it freaks me out, and it makes me restless, and sometimes I panic over it, and I don't like the feeling. I was just wondering, I feel so alone in it, because if I can talk to someone, it's with a guy that I know, a friend, or my son, both guys, and they cannot understand it as a woman can, because they don't go through that period. I was wondering, guys, do you recognize those symptoms? How did you feel when you were going through the menopause, or maybe you're going through it right now? What do you notice? What difference, what symptoms you see happening that you are thinking, like, what the fuck, I didn't have that before, but now I have, because now my hormones are like, like, you know, going all over the place. Let me know, because it can help me, and it can maybe also ease my mind a little bit, that I'm not the only one feeling those kind of things. That's why I wanted to share it with you guys. Because it's something a lot of women go through, and they don't feel good with it, because they feel that their body is abandoning them. Like, I don't know what you do, but hey, I'm doing this and this and this, even if you don't like it. And it's not a nice feeling. It's not a nice feeling. It can make you worry. It can make you restless. It can make whatever. You can have mood swings. You can have different things. So let me know in the comments below if you recognize those kind of symptoms that I named, or maybe I named something that I did not name anything that you have. Let me also know in the comments below if you have different symptoms from menopause. I want to wish you a very good day with a lot of love and light. And I feel you, ladies. I feel you. And I will speak to you soon. Bye bye. Take care.